Morning, everybody, or evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm pulling out of the apartment building here. I am on my way to the real estate office to sign all the final papers on closing. It's time to take possession of our new home. Kind of excited, kind of bummed a little too, but I'll kind of touch on it a little. It's a lot of work coming up. See how it goes. I've really liked living downtown here, so it's gonna be back to the old, jumping back into a house. See how it goes. I'll catch up with you down the road here a little bit. I'm gonna drive over and make sure the house is still there. The insurance on it started at midnight 01 this morning, and we gotta make sure it's still there before I sign off. If it's still there, then the insurance is covering it, no problems, right? I figure if you drop a check for $105,000, you ought to take precautions and make sure it's good. Catch up with you down the road. So we're at the end of the street, this house is, for about 300-400 yards to the north of us till the next main street. There's this canal, and it's kind of it's one of those things. That land is usable in a pinch. Grow a community garden out there. But here's the house, the tan and rock house. So we're just doing the final drive-through and making sure that it's there. Insurance is in, power's already in my name. We've already received mail from AAA. So that's kind of cool. And then I take you down here and show you this real quick. Yeah, they've already signed all their final papers, handed the keys over to my realtor. I'm gonna go probably tomorrow morning and get the locks changed. Now this afternoon if I can do it. We'll see. This is cool. This is where I've been flying the drone. And this is where I've been flying the drone. Well, crashing into trees. Anyway, there's a park right nearby. Anyway, let's get on to the realtor's office and I'll get these papers signed. I've got all my documents. I don't think I need anything, but I brought them just in case. I've got all my documents. And thing is we own the house outright. After this, I don't have to prove that I've got insurance to a lender or any of that stuff. So, all right, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Here off of 13th Street North and Webb Road, they've got these huge buildings. That one dead center is where I'm going. Not the Commerce Bank, but yeah, that one right there. It says something law. And on the other side it says Morgan Stanley. Isn't that cool? This is kind of a highbrow neighborhood. That building right there. Anyway, that's where I'm going. Sign on my final papers. You would think with the weather the way it is, a brick road would not be the way to go. How important do you feel going into a building that looks like that? Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let's go in and get that ink pen running. Yeah, right on the lake. Very cool. All right, so there's all the community farmland after SHTF, right? The water table here is fairly low. Hey, there's the water meter. I might just turn on the water myself. Water to the house has been turned off. It's a little annoying, but you know, what are you gonna do? They're scheduled to come out on the 7th. So, cool little house, decent roof on it, newer roof. It's a good roof. It's kind of like the one at Suzanne. I'm gonna zoom you out into this mode. Whew, there we go. They left the garden hose for me, which is cool because I left my garden hose at the other house. We could clean all that out. I'm gonna pull all this out. I don't like that. I like my little front porch area here. That's kind of cool. The dogs can come out front once I remove the gate there. The screen door needs a little attention. These people really liked their duct tape. Gotta figure out how that works. Whew. So we just got done. I turned the power on yesterday. Sorry. I turned the power on yesterday, and they did it right away over the phone. It's got a gas meter. Excuse me. Whew. Let's see. In Wichita, you have to buy your own garbage. By that I mean it's in Bakersfield. It's part of the city services. You just call the city. They put out a trash can. The city does all that. They contract it. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to be pulling all of this wallpaper down. I already started, and that came off just real easy. We're going to be pulling all this wallpaper off. Don't like any of it. It's going to get painted, probably an off-white eggshell or something. All the carpet's coming out. We're going to be doing flooring. Here's a picture of the flooring that we've been looking at. I believe this is structural. I think that's got to stay, which I'm kind of bummed. I would really like to remove all of that. Probably going to remove this before we do the new flooring. So that's going to be a thing. You can see how that goes there. We'll probably clean this up, bring it back to flush and finish it again. Pull these out. I don't care for those. Love that carpet. No, not really. Same color for the blinds. Don't care for that. That's all coming down. I showed you that. Cute little closet here just for coats and stuff. Kind of dig that. Pull all that junk out, clean it. They left me plenty of filters, thank goodness. I was gonna go buy a case of those. I didn't have to after all. It's kind of an alarm system, but it's a really old one. I looked at that earlier. Yeah, whatever. Probably just leave it or take it down. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Eventually, the entire kitchen is coming out. There's no dishwasher. Mom's not happy about that. I'm not stoked about it either, but I'm not unhappy. We'll pull all this out eventually. There's that duct tape again. Is that duct tape again? I like duct tape. There's a lot of this stuff going on here and there and everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. It's not plugged in, so it didn't. What does it go to though? Is there a light? I don't know. Seeing a lot of that out in the garage, which we'll get to momentarily. I believe this is wallpaper too. Yeah, it is. We'll pull all that when we do the kitchen. All this is going to come out. Again, that carpet, wow. And carpet in the kitchen. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. That's all coming out probably right away. Got a nice little bathroom. Bathroom's all right. I'm gonna pull that wallpaper out too. Mama was saying that we probably won't be able to do that while we're living here because the paint will have to dry. So I know I want that toilet out. I do not like those tiny little toilets. I can't stand them. I don't fit on them. You know, that's pretty industrial. Anyway, we'll do all that. I'm gonna start working on that here pretty soon. I'm gonna be pulling all the carpet the next few days. More wallpaper. I cannot stand wallpaper. This carpet was probably really nice when it was new. It's really not now. Small room, you can kind of see, tiny little thing. One nightstand next to the queen size bed, one dresser. It's gonna be difficult to fit in there. This room's a little bit bigger, I do believe. So I think this will probably be me and Mama's room. Here, I already got the TV mount. Ooh, that's más importante. Do that, get that down. Yeah, not bad. Anyway, it's there. There it is, you know. This room's tiny. This is a tiny little room. You can see how small that is. Decent closet. So, yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us on this. All of it. Turn these lights off. Especially now that the power's in my name. That was something I made sure when we were looking at houses, I went through and I would turn the lights off. I'm going to change this back up. But it's 74, 75. That way it doesn't run that much tonight. House came with a refrigerator. That's kind of cool. It's I hope that's not the floor sagging underneath it. We'll have to check that when I pull the refrigerator out and push it into the laundry room here. Matches the stove. I like these glass range tops. These are fantastic. They are so easy to clean. They are so easy to clean, it's ridiculous. Look at that. Love it. That's trash from lunch. I don't have trash cans yet. Like I say, you got to buy your own trash service. That's kind of odd, but laundry room, we get this looking decent. A couple of the rooms have this weird ceiling stuff. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do about that. I'll leave it alone for a minute. Yeah, they left the washer and dryer. That's kind of cool. That looks newer, to be honest. It's a nicer unit. Frigidaire. Huh. That's a little bit older. It's not quite as big of a load handling machine as the one, but we have a washer and dryer, so I don't know what we're going to do there. I think Mama's got plans. I'm going to let her steamroll with what she's got going. Not bad, not bad. Decent service. This is the main panel in the house, for the house. 100 amps. 100 amp service, 100 amp service. Very, very cool. And then you come out here. Sorry. Do this. So my ultimate joke this whole time is that I'm unemployed and homeless. With the keys in hand, I'm not homeless anymore. Hey, they left me tools. I am not completely without tools here. We looked at this at some point. I'm not gonna. Garage has got 100. The house has got 100. 200 amp service for the property. So that brings us to the garage. Two things that really set me off on this house wanting it. That's got to go, because this can be turned back into yard. This is a necessity. This is a necessity for when there's tornadoes, because tornadoes eats peoples and houses and stuff. But I'm not going to go down in there, guys. So it's you know, it's a metal box in the ground. So what I'm going to have to do is, when we get a welding machine set up, I'm going to have to get a lock on that. I don't want people coming in the backyard getting into that. So yeah, this is all, they left this. I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to pull that in at some point and go through it. I like that. That's kind of cool. Old parking meter. Get that set up with the Harley parking only sign or something. Oh, jeez. I keep running into this thing and it's got spider webs on it. So yeah, this thing's got to go. I don't want that. I can't, you know, I can't see needing that. I'd rather have yard, if you know what I mean. This extension cord, again, I said there's a lot of that going on. But here is the deal. Here is the dealio, Dalio. Check this out. It's got a heater. Now the problem with the heater is it is not legal to have it in the room that it's heating. You can't do that. So probably what I'm going to do is move this into this room next to the air compressor, and then I will push the heat in. Now I can't get the lights to work here and I'm not going to mess with it, but I do have the same garage door opener that we had at Suzanne Street. But this one works. What a trip, huh? So yeah, probably what I will do is I will put the furnace right here, like that, and vent it out. And I'll put heating ducts in here and here. These lights, I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I haven't messed with it. I'm not going to mess with it. It's like 100 million degrees in this thing. So I can't see having that much storage for stuff and needing that. I want to own less stuff, not more stuff. Anyway, this is it right here. Look at this. I'm thinking workbench. Yeah. This will be where the motorcycles get parked. I can't see parking a car in here. I don't know how that works. I'm going to have to get that to go up more, because that's me hitting my head on things, and I don't like that. Greg can tell you all about me liking hitting my head on things. I don't. So yeah, very cool. Locksmith changed this lock for me, put a new one. We rekeyed the whole house just now. I'm going to close this down, guys. Oh yeah, check it out. They left the air compressor. How could I not mention that? I don't know if it works or not. I intend to find out, but not right now. That's just too cool. That's 240 service. It needs an oil change at least. It might need more, I don't know. There is nothing on this that I can't rebuild or replace. But those are not cheap, guys. Oh man, it's a really nice shop size air compressor. I've never owned power tools, air power tools. And I'm probably going to now, because I got an air compressor that'll run it. I put down here, because I don't know as I'm talking to you about it, I put down here on the bottom of the screen how much those go for new, because I'll look that up when I'm editing the video. So yeah, pretty cool. Like I say, that can go. It'll get in the other room, and then I'll just duct it in myself. No big deal. That's all right. That can go in the other room. I'm going to build a workbench. They left me a ladder. I appreciate that. and literally bar the door. They've got the door barred. I think that's hilarious. So, got the soda can. They got the, if you've never had one of these mounted, I can't tell you how handy a good pencil sharpener is. They just are. So I actually have one in my toolbox that I was gonna do that with. This looks like it needs to be, yeah, it's probably what's going on there. So I'll fix that. How cool is that, guys? That's gonna be some major shop content. Hopefully we don't have to do any, oh my God, the finger of the Lord is raising the village. God's finger of rage. The swirly fingertip of... Anyway, cut it out, John. So, this is cool. Having a card door opener. Oh, it does go up more. I did it wrong somehow. Okay. I must have double tapped the button, or who knows. How cool is that, huh? Oh, man. I'll tell you, the talk is, turn that light out, lock that door, ×2. The talk is, because the plumbing should all already be there if the washing machine's there. The talk is possibly deleting that door, making this a bathroom / laundry room, and turning that into the door. Have the door right here. And then, you know, when we go to rip the kitchen out, that's kind of the talk. This is gonna get turned off. Don't need a $500 million power bill, which is another thing. I don't think electricity is going to be. Don't think electricity is going to be that big of a deal here. Trash from lunch. That's going to stay. There you go. There's the house. That's it. We're Jayhawkers now. Officially, hopefully by the end of the week, officially we'll be Kansans. I'm going to go. I have to go get the car registered here so that I have to get the car registered here so that that will be one form of proof of residence. The paperwork saying I own the house would be another form of proof of residence. Mama brought me all my other documents, so once I have those two things, I can go to the state licensing office and get my Kansas license, and then, you know, that'll be it. Man, you know, California, here I come, right back where I started from. I don't friggin' think so, man. I'm done with that. Thank God. We're almost done. We're almost done with that. I got to do those things. I got to start work on the house. We got things we're going to do. Mama wants done before we get moved in. Things that I know need to be done before we get moved in. A lot of it's going to wait until after we get moved in, but a lot of it I'm hoping to get done myself here in the next week or two. I'm going to rip all this carpet up and see what the floor looks like underneath. All the baseboard trim, the wall you're sitting on right now, all that stuff, which I talked about. So anyway, I got to find out where there's plugs that just go into there's a plug right here that just goes into the floor. I don't know. You plug it in, what's it go to? I have no clue. I know for a fact underneath the house there is some wiring that is wire nutted, and it's just under there. It's not in a box, and that is not legal. That's not kosher. We get that fixed. There's one of the joists, I'm not sure where it is exactly, has been cut away to make room for a air conditioning duct. That's got to be fixed. We'll get that taken care of. And then what else? Oh, there's some electrical problems in the garage. Well, just walking through, if you didn't see a half a dozen or a dozen or more safety violations on the electrical shit that's going on in that garage. You either don't know electricity or I'm just a layman with it. I know how to work it, but I know that that ain't right. So a lot of that's coming out, get ripped out. I am not gonna, I'll tell you, in the garage that you see me sitting on the couch at Suzanne, I had extension cords run everywhere for stuff in that garage instead of doing it properly. Ben and I actually mounted, there's a couple of videos on that, Ben going through and mounting all those lights and doing it correctly, you know. So it's not that we don't know how to do that, it's just I was being lazy. I'm seeing things here that I'm thinking, you know, they probably didn't know what they were doing was not cool. One of the breakers in the garage, I'm not sure which one, I'm gonna have to look it up. I've got the inspection report. One of the breakers is oversized, as well as is the plug for the wires that are going to whatever it is it feeds. So that's why I'm not turning the air compressor on. I don't remember which breaker it was. I don't want to find out the hard way. If you've ever overloaded a wire and watched it glow and melt down, you burn a building down. And I actually kind of like that garage, so that's something. Yeah, baby, totally stoked. I'm gonna gather my thoughts on the way home. I got a couple of stops to make, and you get back to the apartment, we'll talk about it just a little bit more, and I'll wrap it up. See you guys back there. Oh man, so I promised to close up back at the apartment. I shot one. It was like 35 minutes long. It's ridiculous. I can't do that. So, especially not when I already had 28 minutes on the. Hey, here's my new house. Anyway. So today, right now, it's 2 days later from the walkthrough. I said, yeah, because that happened, whatever, on a couple of the little things. So the next day, what I did is I went and I got the car registered. So in California, all of that, your driver's license, your car tags, your license plates, everything dealing with your automobile is all done at the California Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, right? That opening shot is what they call here a tag office. That's where you get the tags. The tag goes on the metal plate. So I have this. I have a paper plate right now that is on the Prius. It is a Kansas plate. It was $170. They take the first letter of your last name, and every month gets so many letters, and there you go. We are due again in May on all the vehicles. You do all the vehicles at the same time. That's kind of hard, but I've got it offset right now, 8 months from vehicle tags to the insurance. So here's why that's key. Here's why that's key. In Kansas, you buy tags, they're 20, 30 bucks for a newer car or a truck or whatever. They're 15 bucks for a motorcycle. Those numbers aren't right, but they're pretty close. That's about what they are. So, but the county Department of Revenue, you also pay them property tax on the car. So if you have older vehicles, it's not that much. It's almost nothing. It's, you know, like $100, something like that. So anyway, the property tax on the Pathfinder and the Prius, because they're 2014, is going to be high. It's still only about 2/3 to 3/4 of what it would be in California. So from now until May, to bring the car into the state, pay for the vehicle inspection, get the license plates, you have to buy them, all the stuff you got to do, everything was like $170, $174 and no cents. That's like a $300 bill in California to annually register that car. And to bring it into the state, it has to meet the emission standards for California, which it does because we bought the car in California. It is a California compliant car. So if we ever have to take it back, God forbid, shut your filthy horse mouth. If we ever had to bring it back to California, that wouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't have to modify the car in any way, shape, or form because it's already It's already compliant with all that junk. Here they don't do smog tests. They don't. There's all kinds of stuff here that just it doesn't happen. On the older vehicles, the 2001 Dodge Ram that I bought, that Tyler is. I'll put some pictures in here. Tyler's putting it back together. It's coming along. He's almost done, I think. He told me it's almost impossible to find transmission fluid right now because things are in short supply in California. I go to Costco right now. In California, you can't buy toilet paper. I go to Costco. I could literally strap a pallet of toilet paper to the top of the car and drive it home. There's, you know, and in the store, I ask people, hey, you know, what happened with the pandemic thing? Did everybody go nuts and buy everything up? No. What are you talking about? Well, where I'm from, they bought it all up. There wasn't any toilet paper available for months. And they went, oh, you're from California? Yeah. Yeah, we saw that on the news. That was crazy. No, that didn't happen here. People aren't stupid. That's why I moved here. So, anyway, yeah, the car has a license plate. I have a Kansas driver's license. I got to learn a new number because my old California license number, which is your number for life. If I ever went back to California, again, shut your filthy horse mouth. If I ever went back to California, that would be my driver's license number again. Going back into their system, that number is my number until the day I die. It might get recycled after that, but as so long as I'm alive, that's my number in their system. So, but I have a Kansas driver's license. Now, I will tell you, my Social Security card is got a typo on it. It's misspelled. The Social Security system, my name's correct. It matches my number. It goes to my name. The name is correct. Every legal document I have has my name spelled that way on it. The only thing is back then, they didn't have a centralized print. Now it's in Baltimore. They print them out in Baltimore. They send them to you in the mail. I can't imagine how what the hell. If somebody has your Social Security number, they can completely and totally steal your ID. They can take everything you have through paperwork. They can take your house. They can do that anyway, but they can take your house, open lines of credit. They're going to send it in the mail. That's ridiculous. But anyway, back in the late 70s, when my mom got my Social Security card, they put it in the typewriter, and it wasn't a manual typewriter. It was an electric typewriter probably with the little spinny ball, the Smith Corona, you know, Electrolux or whatever it was. Anyway, whatever she typed it in on, she fat fingered an A in between the H and the N. So on my Social Security card, my name is misspelled. In 35 years of going around being an adult, doing stuff, opening credit accounts, buying a home three times, twice at least, renting places, buying cars, again, lines of credit, whatever. I've never had an issue. Nobody has ever noticed, in 35 years, nobody has noticed that my Social Security card is wrong. I go to the license office here for the State Department of Revenue, and I go to get my driver's license, and the gal noticed it. That she wouldn't give me a driver's license, and I'm like, God, what? And I'm sitting there, and she goes, you know your name's misspelled on your Social Security card. And I just went, yeah, I know. Because you know? No, yeah. It's always been like that. I said, that's my signature from when I was like 8. You know, when Mom went and got my card and I signed it right then and there. I probably was 8, 10 years old. I don't know. Mom can say it in the comments if you want. Mom, how old was I when you went and got my Social Security? It was in the late 70s sometime. So, early 80s. I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember going down and doing it. I don't remember signing it. But that signature is often wrong and it's goofy. Anyway, it's from when I was a little kid and I just signed John Gifford. All I did was I wrote John Gifford in cursive, not Jonathan, which is what it should be. But anyway, my Social Security card has never been right. Nobody has ever caught it. And she caught it and she turned me down. So didn't get my license right then. Had to go basically print out my tax return from last year. They used that. It's got my Social Security number, my name spelled correctly. It's from the Internal Revenue Service. I have an appointment on the 8th to go to the local Social Security office and get that fixed. Get it taken care of finally, 47 years old, probably should have done that 40 years ago. So 35, no, not 35, 30 years of being an adult, almost. I've never had a problem, but anyway. And she's just doing her job, it's not her fault, it's my fault. I've known all this time that it was wrong. I just never fixed it. So anyway, got the house, it's paid off, paid for, done. No payments on that. Tax payments. Taxes here are half of what they should be. Or no. Taxes here for that house is similar to the one we had before. It's a little bit smaller, but not much. Taxes for that house are right on par with what I was paying in California. What I was paying in California was about half of what I should have been paying. Talk about never correct the government. I never corrected them on that, so not my problem. That's Felipe's problem now. He's got the house. Thank you, Felipe. You paid off everything I owed on that house, and you bought this house for me cash. So I'm glad you're in California and not here, because you're a Californian. I'm glad to be here, and I can't believe what we sold that house for. I bought that house for $68,000, and we sold it for $235,000. It's ridiculous. So, bunch of stuff in between there happened, whatever. That paid off what we owed on the house. I don't owe anything on any of my cars, the motorcycles, nothing. I don't owe anything on anything. All my credit cards are pretty much to zero. I still have a little bit of money in the bank. If we don't go fixing the house right now, and we wait until we have money to pay cash for that, we're completely and totally debt-free. I think I've got a little bit on one credit card. She's got a couple of credit cards that have a little bit on it. We could probably have that paid off in a year if we lived with the house the way it is. Neither one of us really want to do that. So I'm going to start ripping the carpet out. Probably make a couple of videos about that. Start ripping the carpet out. I'm going to start ripping a lot of the electrical out later. But I want to do the carpet and the flooring now. We want to rip the wallpaper out of the bathroom and paint it now. And then we can move in. So I got to go back, load everything on a truck, and get back out here with the family, the dogs, the furniture, and all the junk and the stuff and the things and the doodads and the doodads and the do-don'ts and don't-dos. And anyway, that's pretty much it, man. That's where we're at. I am officially not about to be. I am officially no longer a Californian. I am a Kansan. I have a Kansas driver's license. I have a residence here, and I am a Jayhawker. Really excited about having the house. I'm gonna miss this apartment. This has been a great 2 months. Scratch the nervous wreck. We're even gonna find a place, The house was not what we had wanted to do. The house was, we ended up settling. We had wanted to get some acreage, at least like 5 acres, and be away from town. That's just not available anymore. So anyway, I'm going along again. I'm rambling, and we don't need to do that. So it's already a long video. 17 more minutes is not cool. All right, guys, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope it's going well for you. I'm gonna shut this down, get out of it. I will be sharing, going through the house, making things a little bit better. I will show you what I find out with that air compressor. I was looking at the wiring going from the wall to the air compressor. I'm like, no. It's connections with tape. No. We'll be fixing that correctly. A couple of it. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff coming. Motorcycle stuff. I'm sorry I was gone for a month, a whole month. But I did enjoy the time off, and man, I needed it. It was much needed rest and relaxation. So just have a good one, and there will be another one, the next one, very soon. I'll catch you on that one. Bye bye.